Welcome to my new episode of my podcast. No more secrets. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm doing okay. This week, again, I'm going to tell something about my journey because, I hope you all get out of the closet and are going to go in recovery or want to become sober. Well, what I learned through my journey, it's now 6.5 months, I learned that sobriety is not recovery because sobriety is only um, the will to stay clean. And so, in recovery is also um, dealing with underlying problems, traumas, and that kind of stuff. So, and it doesn't matter how you want to go in recovery. What helps me is the 12 steps and my coaching program to change my mindset, because for me the 12 steps are not only enough. Uh, because yeah, I don't know if maybe you heard sometimes about it, about NLP. It's neuro linguistics programming, and I study that a lot. I do a lot of research to that. Also, going to do an education about it because that's really about changing your experiences, the way it's locked up in your subconscious. And for me, it was the most biggest thing I could have done. And with my coaching, it's motivational coaching, and so I learned to motivate myself every day to take action for for a lot of things, for changing my life, for going exercising, doing my homework, for going to school again, and yeah, my life changed a lot. And yeah, last week, and all good things happen now, because you have a good energy in you now, and I feel very positive, and I know for sure because I was I listened to another podcast during my exercising, and it was about relapsing, and yeah, I think I know for 100% sure that I will never relapse, because you hear people say that a relapse belongs by your recovery. And I really don't believe that. I believe that a relapse is more an addiction thing and it's not a recovery thing. So I think I will not have a relapse because I never want to go back where I was. I wasn't happy. I hated myself. I was disgusted by myself. I didn't love myself. No, nothing. I was worthless in my eyes. I wasn't enough. I wasn't worth nothing. I wasn't worth love. I wasn't worth being treated okay. And no, so I tried to get that out of my addiction, but didn't know that wasn't the right medicine, the right medicine for me. It's also kind of addictive now, because for me, my medicines now are meditation, praying, exercising now in a healthy way, because I was really addicted also to going to the gym, because in my life it's always all or nothing, and now I'm finding the balance that feels very, very, very good. So staying sober only is, in my eyes, every day you choose to not use, but yeah, the things that are under your addiction, you not are going to heal. You're not healing those things. And yeah, I'm healing a lot now, really a lot, and a lot is coming in my memory back, because yeah, whole life, I couldn't remember things. What is not so weird if you use so much that I did, and uh, and now because my brain is bright and clear, yeah, a lot of things are coming coming back to me, and I need to heal those things because otherwise I stay the same, and I don't want to be the same anymore. I want to be every day a little bit better, and yeah, the rewards of being sober and being in recovery and healing your traumas and your problems, your childhood, your inner child. Your, for me, it's like my whole life until now. And well, also I think addiction is a trauma because yeah, they're not happening so many good things when you are in using. So yeah, and the rewards you get when you work hard on yourself and you stay in recovery, and because the whole energy shift around you, of course, and yeah, if you're out of that environment, the toxic environments, and cut the cords with the toxic people, I think you can have a really, really beautiful life, and you can dream again, and you can chase your dreams now. You can work for them. So yeah, last weekend I did healing dance. I do it with a coach in the Netherlands, and yeah, it was very, very, very nice. We danced for a campaign, and it's a campaign against domestic and sexual violence. You can see it all over the social medias, also on my social media. The 6th of April, we gonna do a dance with a lot of people to stand up against domestic and sexual violence. So well, 7 months ago, I could never imagine that I would be participating in an international campaign against that. So, yeah, that's such a blessing. And afterwards, when we were finished, she asked me if I wanted to be her guest in her podcast. So amazing, you know. So I feel so grateful for that. Well, I can tell you that I feel grateful most of the time. I think 90% of the time. Well, I think it's 100% a lot. Only I'm aware of it. I think 80-90% of the time because you get so much aware about your feelings, your thoughts, your behavior, your choices, everything. When if I react now in a kind of way that I don't like, I'm going to think about it and be conscious about it and be aware. Okay, maybe that reaction comes from you're not healing yet. A thing from your past or from your past relationships or from your childhood or so yeah, it's such a blessing to have the fog away in your brain. It's every day when I stand up. Yeah, I'm going to tell you my routine, what helps me, because I'm not here to tell you how you have to become sober or have to stay sober or in recovery. I'm just telling you what helps me, and yeah, the way I handle my addiction, my past addictions. And yeah, every day for the day that I quit all my substances, I watched a lot of podcasters because I felt so alone because nobody knew that I was quitting, and so I needed information and other people telling how they did it so that I had the knowledge to know how I can do it. So yeah, and all the podcasts I watched, and Dr. Kabor Mate, and they were talking about that meditate a lot and prayed. And yeah, that is very important to find your source. I told it in my previous episodes also. So for me, my source is God. It's the universe. It's the angels. So when I pray to God. But when I write in my journal, I always write, dear God, universe, and angels, because I don't want to skip anyone. I think you can have many sources. And yeah, so my day starts at 5:45. I get up, I go downstairs, I go meditate. I do a long meditation for my pain. It's open all my chakras, and it's with yeah, some kind of how do you say that? Well, it reduced all the tension in your body, in your muscles, and in your neck, your back, your shoulders, everything. And because when I started to do that, yeah, my pain reduced with 95%. And I'm I had pain from the age of 9 years old. So my whole shoulder up here is all it's bone on bone. My muscles are not good. um, there is 27 pieces of iron in it to keep the whole thing together. You know, if I didn't have skin, my physiotherapist always says, if I don't have skin, my arm would fall off. So it's so broken, is it? So that hurts, of course, and but that's why I always get the medication, strong medications, and I use them from the age of 18, 19 years old, something like that. So I'm now 49. So that's a long time. And now I meditate for nu, I think it's now for 6 months. Yeah, I started, I think, after being a week sober. I started doing it, and the first few times it was like it didn't look like anything, but I always have a strong mind, and I listened already then to motivational speakers, and so I persevere. You know, I thought, no, it's gonna work out. I have to go because I had no choice. You know what it is. If getting sober and staying in recovery was easy, everybody would have done it already. You know, but going back where I was, that is more difficult than learning to meditate and learning to get the focus inside and feel what I feel, and be and going to your subconscious, because there's a lot of trauma and pain over there, and a lot of memories that you reduced with while you were using. So after 2 3 weeks, I noticed a difference. I noticed my neck wasn't tense anymore. I noticed my shoulders weren't like this, because I was sitting like this and looking like this and everything. And now it's always relaxed, you know? And I don't need medication. Yeah, well, the doctors think I need, but I prove them wrong because I don't need to anymore. I'm so happy about that. And yeah, so you can set your mind to things that you could never have imagined ever, because you can do so much more than you think you can, because that the addiction voice and your inner voice is telling you, no, you can't, no, you can't. And I write every day, I write down in my journal, I can do it. I can't. I can't. I can. I can. I'm sorry. Not I can't. I can. So uh, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself that you can stay sober. Believe in yourself that you can overcome your traumas by yourself. So, well, going back to my daily routine. So I meditate. Yeah, it's 35 minutes for my body. And then I do another meditation from 30 minutes for, it's for my subconscious, for affirmations, for yeah, for gratitude and for relaxing and energizing my brain. It's really really nice. Well, then it's like around 7 o'clock. I put on a motivational speaker. I always have my headphones in, and then I wake up my youngest son. I make bread for him. Um, I talk with him, of course. Then he goes to school. Then I'm gonna do my model work, my homework, and watch podcasts or uh, watch on YouTube. Um, yeah, how can I say that? I watch brain food. I think I can say it like that. I watch brain food, yes, because what I watch is food for my brain, and I'm hungry. I want to know everything what's going on in my brain. I want to know how it functions and how why I react the way I react, why I feel the way I feel, why I think the way I think, because I'm on a journey to discover who the fuck am I, because I'm getting to know myself more and more and more each day, but I don't know myself fully, because it's the first time in my whole fucking life that I am sober for almost 7 months. And yeah, wow. If I say it, I get goosebumps on my skin, really. So, and then I go exercising, go walking my dogs. If it's dry weather, there's no rain, I exercise outside. I'm not going to the gym because I first want to have my balance, in my behavior. So it's all about balance for me. Um, then if I'm not able to exercise outside, I do it in my home, in the living room. I put something on the TV, on YouTube, and I'm going doing my exercises, or I do it with music. Um, and then my son is coming home. I cook. I do the groceries and things like that. So the homey things, and then we go eating. I love the moment always when we're eating. When I was in my addiction, I didn't like it. I always did it. I always cooked, and we always sat on the table. I sit always on the table with my children, but in my mind I was busy with doing the next snore, So I was there, but I wasn't there. And now I enjoy it so much. We talk about the day. Yeah, my bond with my children is so different now. It's so closer and real and pure. And yeah, yeah, it's also a big, big reward. Big reward. And then in the evening, I don't watch any news. I don't listen to news on the radio because it's all negative energy. They're only trying to scare you. And that, since I stopped doing that, I feel so much relaxeder. And because, yeah, in my mind, it helps me. It's for everybody who wants to do it. Well, it's your own choice, but I can highly recommend to do it. To don't do it because yeah, you cannot do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. What's happening, and it's only making your brain scared, and you get fears and fuck your fears. Oh, yeah, because that's also your inner voice, and maybe you're not aware of them, but in your subconscious everything is like a storage, and it stores all that negative energy inside of you. And yeah, I choose not to let it store in my brain. So I watch, yeah, spiritual movies. I watch spiritual speakers, motivational speakers like Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, Tony Robbins, Luke Mind Power. That's my coach. And Jim Rohn. Dyer, Dr. Dyer, Dr. Kabomate. So a lot of, yeah, you can find a lot on YouTube. You can find everything on YouTube. And I watch a lot of Dutch podcasts because, yeah, I want to know everything about addiction. And yeah, and then I go to bed like at 10 o'clock something. Yeah, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30. I go to bed, I read my books. I read a lot of books, Killer Mindsets, Grow and Think Rich, a lot of motivational and spiritual and, yeah, deep books. And I really loved it. And some nights I just want to read some brainless books, books that you can read very fast. You don't have to think anymore. So yeah, some days I have a day off, and that's also normal to have a break. Also normal to have a break. So yeah, and then I go to sleep without any sleeping medication, without any pain medication. Well, I have to be honest, the first, I think, 2.5 months, I really had to tell me every night because I didn't sleep okay, because my brain and my body were used to have all my life to have sleeping pills and benzos and opiates and everything and still with all the medications, still I had a lot of pain. So oh, I forget something because before I go to bed, I always write in my journal, and that is also really mind blowing because I now finished one book. I wrote it totally full, and I read it back, and I when you see the start of when you read the start of my journey, it's so depressing, and I'm so proud of myself that I persevered, that I kept going. So I really, really, really want to say to you, persevere. Don't think if you don't sleep for 2 weeks that you have to go back to your old behavior. No, 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 no. Stay strong, persevere, and keep going, because the night will come that you sleep well. I'm the living proof of it. I can tell you. So because I took a lot of medication, and I drank a lot in the weekends, well, 4 days a week, I think, and a lot of red wine and with medication. So I didn't remember also the next day at what time I went to bed, what did I talked about with my children, and it was terrible. And for me, after I think 2 months, I woke up one morning and I thought, wow, I really slept very well, and I fell asleep very fast. And yeah, that was such an amazing feeling, really. So my body and my brain were kind of reset, and they did it on their own without external substance to help them do it. So that gives you such a feeling of of pride that you persevere, Yeah. So I really, really hope if you um, need some motivation for it, or you want to talk with me about it, how I did it, what I told myself, please connect with me. Please, please, please. I'm here for you. And I cannot tell you what you have to do, but I can tell you what helped me. And look at me, I was addicted for 35 fucking years. That's a really fucking long time, really. And I was addicted to a lot of drugs. So I know almost everything about the feelings when you from drugs or from benzos or opiates, or so I can help you and hope to inspire you with my story that it isn't too late, and that there is help. You don't have to do it alone. And if you're in your environment, there's nobody, please connect with me, please. I want to help you. I wish this for everybody, this sober life, this recovery life. And yeah, because now when I go to bed at 10:30, well, I put off the lights an hour later, something like that, 45 minutes later, and I fall asleep in a few minutes, and I wake up at 5:45 and I'm full of energy. Well, some days I have less energy, but that's because of the opiates, because I didn't. Um, I quit cold turkey, and that's not okay when you're using medication, and when you use such a high doses, yeah, it can be dangerous also. I didn't know that then, but yeah, for me the consequence are that my blood pressure is really really low. So there are days that I don't have energy. I do all the things, but with less energy, because I want to persevere, and I know that when it's difficult, you have to do it, because when you're not doing it, you get a negative voice in your mind that says, do you see? You're not doing it. You're a pussy. You're a loser. Something like that. And I never allow myself to say that to myself anymore. So please, if you need help, if you want to talk with somebody, if you want to write with somebody, well, with me, connect with me. You can find me on my socials, on Krista Jorissen. And yeah, if you send me a DM or something like that, I will contact you and then we are connecting, because, like I always say, the other way from addiction is connection. It's really, really important that you have connection. And I really, really want to help you with my story. And I wish, yeah, my life to you all. Really, really, I do. So, well, that was my episode. I see you next week. And I hope you're all doing good. Don't forget, connect with me if you feel alone, if you want to talk with somebody. Bye. See you next week.